Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2017. Today we are going to exploring our sixth GX Pokemon from the new Guardians Rising set. We have Turtonator, tomorrow we have Drampa, and that should cover most of the competitive ones. I think the remaining ones might take a backseat in terms of playability, so I haven't decided yet if I will explore the GXs or some other decks such as Trevenant Vileplume, such as Garbodor Evolutions, and other things. So yeah, if you have any preference, sorry about the sound outside, but if you have any preference, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And just a quick reminder, we have a likes goal for every video. If you guys could help me out, it really helps out the channel, it truly helps out, and it only takes a second. You just scroll down, click, and scroll back up and see me again. So yeah, now let's jump onto the deck. Now this is Volcanion, it only has one Turtonator, I know, so to call it a Turtonator deck would be fairly inaccurate, but Turtonator still has its merits in the deck. So GX Pokemon 190 base HP, that's pretty good, that's the highest for a basic Pokemon, only equaled by Lapras I believe. Then you have Shell Trap, dealing 20 damage, and during our opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged, you place 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon, so that's pretty good. It essentially deals 100 damage, and no matter what attacks it, so your opponent is forced to use Escape Rope or Lysander, or even Repel, in order to bypass that effect. Then we have Bright Flame, dealing 160 damage. It's overall a pretty good attack. It gets you closer to one-hit KOs than Volcanion-EX's regular attack does, and it doesn't have the drawback that you can't attack next turn, but you do have the drawback that you have to discard 2 fire energy. So unless you have 4 energy when you start attacking, it's very unlikely that you'll be able to pull off back-to-back Bright Flames, but it is a possibility. And then we have Nitro Tank GX, which I think is the main reason to use the card in this deck. You get to attach 5 fire energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Now that's a really good way to either recover from a bad start where you discarded a ton of resources, or simply late game to make sure you have like a Volcanion EX or 2 powered up, and therefore no matter what your opponents or what your opponent does or who your opponent KOs, you still win the match. So that's the main reason to use the card, I would say, as a backup in terms of recovery in the later stages of the game where you're struggling to get enough energy in play to attack, or get that last Volcanion EX powered up to get your last prize card, things like that. I apologize once again for the sound outside. And so water type weakness, not great, because Lapras and Ninetales and I'm sure other water type cards will be making a big appearance soon. And 3 retreat cost is also not great, but we do have 2 Escape Rope and 2 Float Stone to compensate for that, along with the Olympia. Now the rest of the Pokemon are fairly standard. I am replacing 1 Shaymin-EX with 1 Tapu Lele. We do have the 3-Bay Volcanion and the 4 EXs along with the Hoopa, and we have Skyfield as our stadium to accommodate all of our bench. We have 4 Sycamore, 2 and 3 Lysander, a single Kukui, and a single Fisherman, and an Olympia as I mentioned. Kukui plus Choice Band actually lets you hit some really nice numbers with Volcanion-EX, such as 180, without needing to use Team Up. So that's actually pretty decent. Kukui could definitely surprise your opponent. Both cards also combine well with Bright Flame, of course, so you never know when Kukui will be useful, and since you can search for it directly with Tapu Lele, that's actually pretty good. And as I'm saying this, maybe playing... no, Bridget, we can't play Bridget, right? No, never mind, I was gonna say something silly. Anyways, 4 Seeker, 4 Ultra Ball, and 4 Max Elixir. No more Trainer's Mail because we want the extra supporter count for Lele. Lele gives you that extra added layer of support, and we also have more reliability with Turtonator. I went back to 3 energy retrieval because I do like getting those energy back into play so you can use Steam Up. And then we have, of course, 2 Field Blower to deny Garbodor, to remove Choice Bands, to remove Fighting Fury Belts, Essentially, Field Blower has so many uses. Remove Parallel City as well, so super useful card. And yeah, that should cover the deck. 2 Choice Band and 12 Fire Energy rounded out. So let's see how Volcanion can fare against the big decks such as Garbodor, such as... Sorry the video got cut, guys. My computer was way overheating for some reason, so the game wasn't even logging the actions or something. But anyways, hopefully that's fixed. Hopefully that is fixed. Okay, so you missed out on 2 games that were really not too great. One was a lone Jolteon against our deck, which we really couldn't do anything, and I realized we could use Turtonator to stall it out with its first attack, but unfortunately I didn't completely forget. The Turtonator was priced, so there wasn't really anything I could do about that. And yeah, we don't get a great start. We really don't. And I mean, I guess we're going second, that's good. We have the Float Stone to make sure Volcanion stays put in case my opponent plays an Escape Rope or Lysander on turn 1. But things are not looking great, honestly. Things are not looking too great. So yeah, we're up against Garbodor, which Garbodor is just so good. Garbodor is just so good. I feel really like powerless with some of these decks when playing against Garb. And yeah, apparently Broken Heart. My opponent taking a long time, not sure what's going on. Wow, he just draw passes. Okay, so we could potentially get a turn 1 knockout, but we're actually not going to be able to. And so I'm just gonna... Ugh, man, what is happening with the game? Why is the game freezing so much? Team up for a power heater, and now we depend on a top deck as well. Yeah, my opponent's surprised that we're not going to dunk him. My opponent's actually surprised that we're not going to dunk him, and he concedes immediately. Okay, so yeah, I've been getting these kind of weird games where between my computer freezing and then just not drawing well with the deck at all. Not drawing well. I'm not a fan of Volcanion, honestly. Now we're up against a water type deck, yeah. And with all the Aqua Patch presence, I think Volcanion may be hated out of the meta game, honestly. Okay, we do want to go first for sure. And we get a pretty okay start, except for the fact that we always get 2 Seeker with a second one. All the time, every time. No exceptions. Now, of course there are exceptions, but it just feels too common for it to be a coincidence. Okay, so we're actually up against Greninja. We are actually up against Greninja, and that's pretty bad. Without Ranger, we are really going to struggle right here. We are really going to struggle. Choice Band is going to be useless. Field Blower probably also going to be useless. And see, the thing is, I would really like to be able to Lele for a Lysander for a knockout on the Froakie. but it's looking very unlikely. I guess I'll keep the Field Blower. But yeah, there's no chance we are going to be needing no chance we're going to be needing a Choice Band here. So I grab only Volcanion instead of Hoopa for Volcanion and Shaymin. There's really nothing I need to draw. We're also gonna lose an energy retrieval, which sucks, and we even get a Silent Lab, so really good that I didn't discard the Field Blower. Wow, my opponent Sycamore's away a Frogadier. So with this awful hand he had, why did he keep it? I'm guessing that was a mistake. There's no reason to keep said hand. Wow, Rescue Stretcher is actually pretty good. It's better than Super Rod for sure. And my opponent does Air Blitz, so we have a small chance to knock out here. To knock out that Talonflame. Not completely unrealistic. Probably not very realistic either. Well, that's one piece. So we need a Max Elixir. We need to find a Max Elixir and hit it. So in case I don't... Oh, oops, that was a bad call. Should have steamed up and then used the thing. Okay, it's no big deal though. Yeah, that was grossly misplayed. Grossly misplayed. Like the sequence of doing things was really bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm really gonna go for the to try to find the elixir. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna Ultra Ball for 0 cards, and we have 3 elixir in the deck and 6 fire energy. So the odds of drawing an elixir is 1 in 4. I probably won't get it. I really shouldn't get the elixir here. Why is the game freezing so much on me? Okay, 6 cards. There's an elixir. Can we hit the elixir? No. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. Our deck had 6 energy. That's 1 every 4 cards. That's more than 1 every 4 cards. Almost 1 every 3 cards. So we really should have been able to hit the energy. Like, the difficult thing was hitting the elixir. The easy thing should have been the energy. But off of a Sycamore and then off of a Max Elixir, the next 13 cards, all 6 energy were in the bottom. That's ridiculous. Honestly, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And now, because I messed up, I need 2 energy, 3 energy actually. I need 3 energy, 3 energy steam up to get a knockout here. Wow, that's really bad. No, 2 energy, 2 energy. What am I saying? 2 energy. I would have only needed 1 if I had done things in the right sequence. But oh well. Okay, no N means we also don't get to reset my opponent's hand. My top deck really would have been a great card for us. A very useful card. But anyways, I'll just attach the Choice Band to a Shaymin. I could play Skyfield. Yeah, I guess that's the right play. Because Turtonator could be useful. Turtonator could potentially knock out a Greninja Break. You only get the 1 energy, of course, but we do find an Escape Rope. So I will take this opportunity to knock out the Froakie. And I mean, I still need an energy for next turn. To potentially Lysander up, knock out a Froakie, and there's a victory. So my opponent didn't really plan well for the other turn. and clearly he wasn't counting on me getting a knockout. So we missed a knockout on turn 1, we still managed to win because of my opponent's misplay. And yeah, not getting the most quality games here. Not getting the most quality games here, honestly. That makes me sad. Between Tetras and just misplays from our opponents, things are not looking good. Hopefully we'll be able to compensate for this though. And we do want to go first for sure. We do want to go first. These hands are the reason why I really don't like Volcanion. I mean, I don't get the turn 1 Ultra Ball into Hoopa, into Skyfield, into everything. Nope, I get I get these. Oh boy. I mean, Garbodor, Ninetales, even Greninja might make a comeback, so Volcanion's just not looking good in this metagame. It's honestly not really looking good. Energy switch, wow. Pretty nice starting hand for my opponent. There we see Rescue Stretcher. There we see Ultra Ball. He can't attack though. Imagine if he had Wally. Imagine if he had Wally, Choice Band. Still not a knockout though. Wow, 3 energy in play already. Lele, why would you... Oh, he hasn't played a supporter yet. Never mind, never mind. I was gonna say, why would you Lele in this instance? But nope, all he's done... Wow. Lele into Lily turn 1 after going through a Shaymin, going through Manaphy, and just... Wow. This is amazing. I mean... Can I get a draw like that ever? Please? Please, 4 energy already. What is this? Wow, and that means he has an Aqua Patch already in his hand. Wow. Generally, wow. I disagree with the Ultra Ball my opponent just played. Gonna search for another Ninetales and a Vulpix. Okay, so we know 3 cards of my opponent's hand. Doesn't matter because we are going to... I mean, sure, I'll play it, but we're still going to lose. We lose 2 elixirs, we lose just too many resources. My opponent just gets a free, absolutely free knockout here. We have no way to retreat. We have no way to do anything. I guess we'll make this game a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that type of hand is obviously not normal. It's obviously not what you would expect normally, but it can happen. And Volcanion, like, requiring so many energy, requiring the energy in your hand to even achieve a knockout, like, you're essentially forced to have between 3 to 5 energy, I mean between 5 to 6 energy, both in play and in hand to achieve knockouts, where Ninetales does it more efficiently, Lapras does it more efficiently, all sorts of Pokemon do it more efficiently. So there's really, like, there's no reason to do this. My opponent had 5 energy on his first turn. And there's the Blizzard Edge. Yep. We don't even have End to punish my opponent. Like, that's how bad this is. We don't even have End. There's no reason to use Field Blower. We have 2 elixirs in the discard pile, so there's just absolutely no way we're going to be able to take a knockout next turn. Well, okay, there's the 2 elixirs. No other basic Pokemon though. I do hit 1, that's very nice. And I will hit another one, that I guess that's also very nice. 20 damage, 190. That means I only need 2 2 steam ups. So I will power heater for 20 damage. And I have no energy in my discard pile. So even if Volcanion does get knocked out, I guess I do have a knockout. 160, yeah, I just need 1 thanks to a Choice Band. Okay, we might be able to do something. Okay, there's a Vulpix, there's another Ninetales, there's an energy for turn. Is he going to Blizzard Edge me for a knockout? I guess so. There's another Manaphy. And there's a Sycamore. So we haven't seen TCE from my opponent. He chooses not to bench a Vulpix for some reason. 3 water, 8 energy total. We might see a misplay here, thinking that Choice Band adds damage to the Volcanion. And yep, we do see a misplay, if you will. Nope, never mind. He does go after the Volcanion-EX, which makes sense. Now I need an energy to retreat. So I will steam up. I mean, not an energy, I mean a Float Stone. Yes, escape ropes are gone. Okay, so I guess I'll remove the Choice Band. And I will end. Okay, I do find the Float Stone. And I'm gonna keep the energy in my hand. Gonna deal 80 damage. He might decide to use the GX attack here if he doesn't have Lysander. There's a very small chance we can do this. Ugh. And there goes our chance. I'm just gonna concede here, guys. This deck, not my cup of tea. I genuinely thought Volcanion would still remain good, but it's just been really underwhelming in testing. There's just so many other good and more efficient attackers, less awkward ways to build decks. I don't know. And yeah, I guess with this, I will leave you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you can, and I will see you guys tomorrow for some Drampa GX action. Thank you guys, and bye bye.